another
long
homeboy,
time.
another local, but he's not local. He's all over the place.
All over the place
making
now.
things, and we finally caught up with him.
Yes,
Look, we had to trap him while he was in the D.C. area.
Yeah, we had to track him down. Y'all, guess who we got? We have got Chef Anthony Thomas in the building.
What's up, bro?
Yes.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
Man,
Yes.
it's a pleasure, man. So let's get right into it.
Yes, sir.
You a notable chef. Everybody knows who you are.
Yes.
How did you get into cooking? Right? Because a lot of us, like myself, just breakfast cookers. Most men can cook breakfast. That's where I stopped. So how did you get into the chef lane?
You know, it was crazy. I started when I was like 8, 9 years old when I first started coming home from school. And, you know, my mom would have these Hostess and Doritos and whatnot. And that's all I'm supposed to eat. Because you ain't supposed to burn down the house.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
I would come home. I was kind of like, I would say like a bad kid. You know what I'm saying? So I toast me up some toast.
You was curious.
Yeah. Take me scrambled egg. You know, take a runny egg, make it, put it on there, clean up the thing. Before she get home, boom.
Wow.
Before you know it, you know, as time went on, you know, I got caught.
Right.
Because you know, you can smell that egg in the air, though. For
What
some
you been
hours.
cooking? Somebody been cooking in here?
Somebody was cooking in here. You know, explore with a little bit of bacon, you know what I'm saying? That stuff lingers.
Yeah.
But over time, not sure if y'all can see, but I had open head brain surgery. I
Wow.
was 19. I was in my sophomore year at Bowie State.
Wow.
So that was triggered because I had an arterial venous malformation. I had a seizure.
Wow.
Because of that, I long term ended up becoming vegan. Changed my whole entire eating habits. In the household, they still eating pork, beef, chicken, turkey. And guess what I did? Cold turkey.
Wow.
Veggies, kale, tomatoes,
Okay.
carrots. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
I'm
wait.
changing up my entire eating habits.
So what made you equate did they tell you that it was equated to your diet? Like what made you equate diet to your medical situation?
So I remember specifically, I was at work. I was working over at the Hinesville District Courthouse.
Okay.
And I had just came from a fast food place we was eating for lunch. And sitting there, and all of a sudden, I just felt like I couldn't breathe anymore. I was like, yo, I can't breathe. Like, I couldn't even talk.
Wow.
So I grabbed my big bottle of water, because I drink a gallon of water every day, no matter what. As soon as I drank it, I came back to normal. They called the ambulance. Ambulance got there, checked my blood pressure. 180 over 100.
What? Yeah, you was about to
180
pass
over
out, bro.
100.
Yeah, you was about
Then
to
I
pass
went to
out.
another fast food place a couple days later with my girlfriend. And I started feeling that out-of-body experience. We went to the doctor. They told me that basically you got to get this treated.
Yeah.
So, or you could leave here.
Wow.
You know, I'm 19. I made a decision.
19.
They went on, took care of it. Surgery's supposed to be 8 hours. Ended up being 13 hours. Opened up my head. Still got the wound right here to this day, and I'm blessed for it.
God is good, ain't
God
he?
Yeah,
is
he's
so good.
God is good,
Had to
bro.
learn how to walk in, talk all over again. But I knew that what I was eating, high sodium meals that are coming from these fast food places, was going to trigger it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what got you.
Wow.
So now you still vegan?
No.
No?
So I was there for 4 years
Yeah.
straight, and as a chef, being vegan is very difficult because if you have to try all of these different things, pork belly and things that you don't eat on a regular
Right,
basis,
right.
like really you get Cajuns to this box, and I never want to get Cajuns to the vegan chef box or the pescatarian box. So I try everything, but everything is in moderation.
Okay.
Yes,
Got
sir.
you.
I see.
Everything
So
in
you
moderation.
do make dishes that are not vegan sometimes.
Absolutely, and I
Okay.
make dishes that are vegan.
Okay.
I got you.
Yep.
Wow, your story.
That's an
your
amazing
backstory
story.
is
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Okay, and so fast forward. So after Bowie State, after your medical scare and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
you started changing your diet yourself. When did the chef thing take off?
So that was 2006. Then I realized, like, I really not necessarily don't have a passion for criminal justice, which is what I studied at Bowie State, but like actually that I'm really good at cooking. So I began studying it over and over, and replicating various dishes. And I was a single man at the time, so all the women, they come over. I'm like, try this.
Yeah, women love that. Right.
Yeah, women love a man who can cook, right?
Cook.
Yeah. So they're trying all these various dishes and whatnot. So I really began to tap into that lane, and started the catering company. Back then it was called De Niro's Catering and Cuisine, which is my middle name.
Okay.
Ended up changing to something more simple, which is Chef Anthony Events, and here we are,
And
14 years later. Yeah.
14 years though.
14 years later.
Okay, so when did it like pop? Like, I mean, I've seen you on some shows now. Like, I've seen you on some food shows and seen you on some mainstream things. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So one thing I can say is from the beginning, it doesn't take off. You got to really stick with it. which is why I've mentored chefs who started out like maybe 2014.
Okay.
And by 2015, they're like, "Oh, I'm not getting as many events as you. I'm done. Oh, now I want to be a nail tech. Now I want to do interior design." And it don't work like that. You got to really stick with what you're actually, you claim your passion is and whatnot. So
I will say this. That's one of my mottos. I believe that everybody should chase their passion and their purpose. Your passion will become your purpose. Like if you're passionate about something, and it'll turn into revenue. Like it will actually turn into a money stream if you're really serious about it. And so that's what I respect about you, because you said you had a criminal justice background, and you turned that away for what your passion was.
Exactly.
And it was on the ground at that time, but you bet it with yourself.
Yeah, I mean, the schooling is fine, to have all that schooling behind you, but if you really don't care for it, I really didn't care for it. It was just really a really easy degree to get.
Right.
I heard it was easy from the beginning, and,
that's all it was for
That's
you.
all it was.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with, people who come out here and say, "Oh, I want to be a chef. Oh, you really inspire me." I'm like, "Well, let me take you under my wing." And then 8 months later, they're like, "Man, like I said, I'm not getting as many events. People not hiring me. Now let me find the next thing to do." And I'm just like, if I would have gave up, let's just say in 2011.
Did you have those moments then?
Never.
Did you have?
Never.
You never
It's
felt
like I'm gonna keep grinding. Yep.
I'm talking about I've never felt like, I actually got it tattooed on my chest, Chef Anthony, in
Wow.
2011. And that was already 3 years in.
Wow.
So
that's
you
when
knew.
you know. That's
I
when
already
you
knew
know.
that
You
like
knew.
really that's what I was going to do.
Wow.
And so for the younger people out there, what would you say? Because like you say, a lot of people come under your wing 8 months later, they're gone.
Yeah.
So what would you say to people that you're getting ready to mentor to get them to stick with the program? Like, what is something that you may could say to them to persuade them to not to give up so easily?
Well, I mean, if you're going to jump into this, just know that this is something that you truly are passionate about. Not, "Oh, I just like watching Food Network. Oh, I like cooking at home. Oh, when my friends call me, I just make this for them." Like, you really have to be like, this is something I could really do every day for the rest of my life. Because, I know you probably talk to people who be like, "Man, I hate cooking. Or I don't like doing. I don't like driving." Like, a cab driver has to really enjoy driving because they do it all day long. Like,
that's the point.
For Thanksgiving, they be like, "You don't get tired of cooking?" No, I don't.
Because you like what you do.
I cook for my family. I would much rather prepare the food for my family's house than put it in other people's hands and they bring over a bunch of dishes and then I'm dissatisfied.
Right.
Exactly right.
So I'll make everything, and my family, they love coming over for Thanksgiving.
So you don't get tired of it because
you love what you do.
love what you do.
Absolutely.
And it shows. Like, we've watched a lot of your videos. We've watched a lot of stuff that you've been doing.
You'll see the passion.
And see the passion. We really do.
You can
We
see the passion.
And you add, I don't know if you all, for those of you who don't follow him, shame on you. Make sure you do. But he integrates fun stuff, into his cooking. That's the part. It's like entertaining almost.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
You've done that.
And that's what I aim to do, bring my daughter in the kitchen.
Yes.
She won't even let me make a video by myself. If she finds out I made a video, she's like, "What were you down here doing? You
Right.
made a video?"
Made a video without her.
So I try
That's
to make,
cool.
unique recipes. Stuff that you have on a regular basis. Mashed potatoes, right? But something really, really jazzy,
Okay.
Butter poached mashed potatoes, which is still the protein, the cream, the carb, which is the potatoes, and they all just mesh well together. So I just try to make these creative recipes, that you can't necessarily get somewhere else. But if you come to me, I'm the unique creator of those dishes. You know what I'm saying?
So do you have a favorite dish? Is there something that everybody's like, get Chef Anthony to make that?
This,
What is
What's that one dish that everybody is like?
Cougar wings.
What?
What are they called?
Nah, it's like cougar. When you've been to Jazz before, had they tiger wings, right?
Yeah.
So I heard people keep on, I don't want to bash them because they're really good. People
good.
kept saying, "Yo, you gotta go to Jazz and try the tiger
try the
wings." Have you
tiger
ever
wings.
had them? I've never had them.
Oh, he
I went
got
there,
cougar wings.
and I tasted them. I'm like, they're good.
But you
Let me show you something else.
Uh-huh.
And I just put it on the menu one day, and people order them, and they don't even know what they are, but they know that this is one of the recipes that I push. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
That's like a staple.
So
a
Chef
staple.
Anthony,
Yeah.
the reason that you didn't bring me any cougar wings today is because
You had a sex in the driveway. So
But I want to
it
definitely
didn't go
tell you,
together, Terry.
that chili.
It's fire.
do you like my chili?
Amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, the chef himself said he like white himself. That's a big shit. Let's give it up for
A
white.
lot of depth, a lot of flavor. I can tell you really put You put some
Oh.
work.
I'm
in
gonna
that right
be
there.
talking
Oh,
about
God.
this for the
This
rest.
segment gonna get clipped out. She gonna have
That's
it all
like
over
my early
YouTube.
birthday gift.
She gonna clip this one segment out.
Yes.
And this is the thing. Samaj had a bowl of it. I said, I don't like to make, big portions and stuff. So I was like, hey, let me just try that real
let's
quick.
try it.
So I just tried it off one. I said, yeah, man, give me a bowl of that.
Hey chef, hey chef, I can't lie. I gotta tell you a quick story.
Yeah.
She cooked the chili. I
He's
never
never
had
had
no
chili in his
my
life.
And my mom's a hell of a cook. Shout out to my mom. She's a bomb cook.
Yeah.
But I never would even touch chili or nothing. Hot dogs, I wouldn't eat it plain, nothing. Long story short, we was in the studio. She had cooked it the day before. She brought it here in the studio, and everybody in here was crushing, going crazy.
And I'm not
Somebody said,
When
"Why
you-
don't?" No, you did. You said, "Why don't you just try it?" She says, "Not beef, it's turkey." So I took the little chip like you did, and man, when I tell you, I went home that night and I bit a hole in my tongue.
He sure did.
Literally eating that
and it
shit.
was bleeding.
My tongue was bleeding and everything. Like I bit a hole trying to hurry up and eat the
Yeah,
chili
yeah.
because it was so good.
I see why, though.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Thank
But
you,
so
honey.
coming from a chef like yourself,
means
that's
a
a
lot.
big deal because we do know that you are a great chef. You're not just a chef. You're a great chef. So
What are
thank
some
you
of
for
the
that.
fun things that you've been doing? Tell everybody. Like we just kind of like want to give a summary of some of the fun things you've been doing and things you've got coming up, maybe.
Well, I just premiered on Food Network last week.
I ain't want to spill it. I wanted you
over
to
there,
tell
though.
it. I
Yeah.
wanted you to tell it.
family over there?
Yeah, man. On Thursday, you can stream that right there on Discovery Plus because
Okay.
it's not gonna hit Food Network till August, so they let
Okay.
people watch it early.
Okay, where is it? Let them know where it
Discovery
is.
Plus.
Discovery Plus.
Discovery Plus.
You got the app on there, Discovery
Yep.
Plus. The show is called The Battle of the Brothers.
the
I
Battle
love
of the Brothers.
Yeah. It's actually
That's
the Voltaggio brothers.
It's
the
really
guys
good.
who
Yeah.
Top
So
Chef.
good,
Yeah.
yeah.
They actually got a restaurant down there inside of MGM.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
they-
they
what's the
from
name
here.
of
They
it?
from Frederick.
What's the name of the restaurant?
Voltaggio Steakhouse.
Okay,
Voltaggio.
Yeah.
okay, we gotta try them out. We gotta try them
Yeah.
out. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal, brother. You, yeah.
Yes, Food
Yeah.
Network.
I was on Food Network.
What else?
Still got 6 books on Amazon.
Yes, y'all. 6 books on
The
Amazon.
top selling book on there is called The Little Vegan Chef.
The Little Vegan Chef.
I know why they like it, but my goodness, that book has sold more books than all the other books put together.
What's the name of it again?
The Little Vegan Chef.
The Little
Y'all
Vegan
got
Chef.
It's for kids, and it shows them how to make some little quick 5-10 minute recipes.
Wow,
You know.
I'm gonna get that for Sunday.
That's super
Yeah.
cool. What's
My
the name
niece.
of your other books? Let them know what you got over there. So
Oh,
we
the
can
first
get them all.
one,
Get them all.
Chef Aunt Wow. The second one, Ashlyn Eats, which is, my daughter. She's 5 now, but
That's what's
I really truly believe in, homemade recipes, butternut squash, avocado, from scratch as opposed to those jarred up little ones that got metal in them.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody gonna tell you that. They got metal in them and, they cause autism. But I show you how to make recipes, from scratch, for your kids. Store them in the refrigerator, and then you can just reheat them up, feed them to your
I love that.
kids
I
that's
like
under
that.
1.
I
I love
it.
that. Wow.
The other one's meal prep called Meal Prep is the new leftovers, and that's for individuals who want to learn how to meal prep.
Okay.
Who don't know what they're doing when they go in the store and they like, what do I do? What do I buy? How much do I spend?
You
I
do
give
that
them a
as
whole-
well? You do the
give
meal
them
prep?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a
Give
big
them a
deal.
whole breakdown. The latest one is called The Little Kitchen Kids, which is basically an activity book that keep kids, occupied while they're at home.
I love it.
Nagging on the parents while everybody's,
Yeah.
At home during the pandemic. So
Don't be sneaking the
love it.
stove on when your mom.
I
ain't
love it.
home.
I love it. Well, we
Fry
gotta
macaroni, fry
we gotta
macaroni.
wrap up, Chef Anthony. But I
Yeah.
do want you to tell people how can they there are people on our feed already saying how can they is it catering? Is it meal prep? What is it that you offer and how can they get it?
Yeah, and where did
So
it
if you're
fall?
looking for a personal chef in the DMV area, it's Chef Anthony DC.
Okay. Chef Anthony DC.
If you're looking for a personal chef in the area,
There you put it up on the screen. That's
Go back
right.
one more time.
it's Chef Anthony DC
Yeah, it is.
on Instagram, on Twitter, and if you go on Facebook, it's a whole different ball game. It's just regular Anthony Thomas.
Right, that's for the old people like us. Like over there, you had to be regular over there.
And if you're looking
Give
just
us
to
some
hire for regular personal chef services, it's www.chefanthonythomas.com.
How
Y'all
easy
got
is
that?
that? How
You
easy
can't
is
mess
that?
that up.
How
Chef
easy is that?
Anthony
I got
Thomas.
2 first names.
And he's super,
But I'm trustworthy.
super entertaining.
So the
and
energy's amazing. No, you good. The energy's
Yeah.
amazing. The food is amazing. The vibe is amazing. So that's when you have something amazing. So make
Yes,
sure you
indeed.
hit up the chef. And we thank you, brother.
Can I put
Appreciate
you on
you
the
for
spot and say at some point before the year ends, we'll get a sample of the Cougar
Cougar
Wings?
Wings. Now
we
I
got to
got,
get you back
We're
to
here.
the Cougar Wings.
but I owe you though for that chili.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So
We
y'all
bring
heard
the
it. I had
Cougar
to do
Wings.
it
We
on
good. Nice Cougar
live so people can hear. Right. So, and when I track you down in December and I don't have my food.
She gonna
All
look
right.
for the wing.
Yeah, now I got you. I got
Okay. Y'all
Hey, one more
listen.
time for Chef.
Your
Anthony.
family, and this is our platform whenever you need it.
For sure.
Okay?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Y'all give it up one more time for Chef Anthony. Yes. All right. Well, as promised, we have got one of DMV's finest in the building.
We gotta get our girl up here.
Yes,
to talk
indeed.
to
We're
her
going to
real
talk to
quick.
her for a